Hello, fellow Americans, and welcome to the Women's News Outlet of today, or WNOT.
Today we're covering the topic of Title IX, and we will be using our extensive scientific knowledge and time-traveling device to transport ourselves back in time to the active movement of Title IX.
So what we have right here is a time machine that was invented by a woman herself. And as you can see, this is it. It is real, and this is how we are talking to these people that all we do is go into the system, the database. As many of you know, Title IX was passed in 1972 and prohibits discrimination against girls and women in federally funded education, including in athletic programs.
Today we're taking you on a journey through time to celebrate and dissect the Title IX movement and to interview men and women who have impacted this change in American history.
First up, let's go back to meet one of America's most diligent and courageous women, Billie Jean King. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you for having me today.
It's our pleasure. We just wanted to talk with you about the impact Title IX had on your life.
Hi, so today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Title IX. And as you know, Title IX had a huge impact on my life especially, and I hope that it's made a great impact on yours. If you guys don't remember, in 1973 I played Bobby Riggs, a 55-year-old man in a tennis match. Not to go into too much detail, but I did beat Bobby Riggs, as many of you guys know, and as a result of that, I won $100,000. This was a big breakthrough for Title IX, especially because this proved that women can beat men. And for that matter, we stopped that pay gap in the sports industry, which was a huge movement that I'm happy to be a part of. I beat him. I'm not kidding. I'm not doing an interview with Bobby Riggs. I'm done! Gotta be Bobby. You taking a video of this? Hey, that's illegal! Being a part of this big tennis movement also helped me to start the Women's Tennis Association and the Women's Sports Foundation. These foundations both help men and women to be equal, and that means that there couldn't be funded more for men than there are women. Alrighty, well thank you so much for having me on this show today. It was a pleasure to meet both of you guys, and I'm going to be on my way practicing some more rounds, what I do best. But I hope that Title IX has impacted everyone's life in a positive way, and I'm glad that I can be a women's rights advocate.
So before you leave, Billie Jean, would you mind showing us some of your tennis skills?
Jump.
Next up, we have former President Richard Nixon, who was in office at the time of the Title IX controversy in passing.
Hello, sir. We are thrilled to have you here this evening.
First of all, I would just like to state that no person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Yes, about a week ago, a couple of young men were arrested for breaking into the headquarters of the Democratic National Committee at the Watergate complex. Yet nothing surpasses the right of women in federal funded education programs to me at this moment. Patsy Mink, the Democratic representative from Hawaii, has had a large impact on women, and I just feel very blessed to be a part of this equal opportunity movement. Some oppositions to the Title IX include the Tower Amendment on May 20th, 1974. Senator Tower proposed this, which would exempt revenue-producing sports from determinations of Title IX compliance. The amendment was rejected because it is unfair. Also, several associations, including the NCAA, have challenged Title IX due to the fact that they say all sports teams are not officially federally funded. All the accusations and oppositions have been turned down.
Next up, and finally, we are traveling back to 2017 to interview Miss Bartlett, a current teacher at Sacred Heart Academy, an all-girls Catholic high school in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hi, Ms. Bartlett. So great to have you. Could you give us a little insight and background knowledge to the roots and overall process of Title IX and the effect it had on your life in particular?
Can you remember the passing of Title IX, and was it a large topic of conversation in your general life at any point?
Not really, do I remember. But I was teaching girls in 1972, and I do not remember that it made a great impact. And I also know at that time that Sacred Heart only had like maybe 2 or 3 main sports. We had basketball, hockey, and bowling, because I got to be the bowling coach, and tennis, because I also got to be the tennis coach that year. So anyway, it was the amount of girls participating in sports was very limited at the time. That I know.
And would you say it's affected your life at all, positively or negatively?
Well, from what I observe nowadays, I would say a lot more girls are involved in sports than they ever were back when that was first passed. So I think that it has grown through the years. That popularity in terms of sports for girls has really grown by leaps and bounds, as a matter of fact.
And do you have any more stories maybe about Title IX? Anything else to add?
Well, from my understanding about today, I don't know if I have the right quotes or not, but I know that most girls that attend Sacred Heart are involved in at least one sport. And to me, I think that's wonderful, because I think therefore that the sports has been picked up, and probably picked up because it was encouraged back then. That's when it was starting to be encouraged.
Well, that's a wrap, Colleen. Thanks for turning into WNOT.
See you tomorrow when we travel back in time to talk about all the amazing things women have done throughout history.
Bye.
Before you leave, Billie Jean, would you mind? Just in the back. I love looking at rackets because it reminds me of all the woven things I have incorporated into sports. You have to leave.
Some opposition. I cannot say opposition.
Trophy in one hand, tennis racket in my right. That's how I do it.
Yeah. Alright.
It's going.
You gotta tell me.
Okay. So what we have here is a device that transfers us into the future.
The past? You mean the past?
Yeah, okay, hold on. This device transfers us into the past. I can't, you have to explain.